Stephen Shields Radio Show.
Tonight it's been, quite a, what can I say, heat wave we've had, guys. It's been hot. Apparently, it's just hot. So I thought I'd talk about the heat tonight, where I am. I guess at times when we do have a heat wave wherever we are in the world, I just feel like, do you guys ever feel when there's heat, you just feel like you don't have energy? I'm trying to turn the light on. I was playing Gran Turismo 7 before on the Nordschleifer. And funny enough, today, I tried to put my E string on my guitar and I put it on back to front. Don't you hate that when it happens? You get like that brain fog because of the heat and shit like that. Yeah, God, I hate that, guys. But, that's, such is life, as Ned Kelly said. Such is life. Break an E string. Oh, man. Had a bit of a clumsy day, but that's all right. That's what we hear on the Stephen Shields Radio Show, to explain this stuff about society and culture. Okay. I don't know what's been going on in Parliament today. Lydia Thorpe's having her tantrums again. I don't know what's she done now. Never ends, doesn't it? Apparently Pauline Hanson and Lydia Thorpe had a go at each other. But, that's politics these days. Too, we've got the Black Friday sales coming up, so people are going to go bloody crazy in the shopping centre just to get their Black Friday deals. There's already enough drama going on in the world. What can you do, eh? That's clearly, you got the heat. That's basically, I don't know, something. Why is it with the heat? It starts to drive us crazy because it just gets too hot and shit. The worst is when it's a hot night. Those are the worst. Yeah, because you get all these studies out there from the health experts, which is, I agree with that. You want to try and get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep, even 9. Some people need 9. I know for me, if I get 4 hours of sleep, I don't function well. And the trouble is, this is what they don't tell you guys, is the heat when it's hot. Like if you were going to the Northern Territory, all right, this time of the year is in the wet season. It's the worst. Every night it's 30 degrees. But it's humid. And so the health experts and the counsellors are telling us to get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but your body just does not get a good night's sleep if the temperature is too hot or if the temperature is too cold. It has to be at a I think it's a regulated temperature. Okay. Now, obviously, the heat is out of my control. We can't control the heat. You got all these people whinging about climate change and all that. I'm fed up with it. And solar panels, wind farms. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, I just put my head. Oh my God. That's how I feel. But, no, that's just the heat. Yeah, apparently, gender equality ambassador Stephanie Copus Campbell, she spent $335,000 on airfares and hotels with taxpayers' money traveling the world. Again, I'm getting fed up. Really, just getting fed up of politicians going on freebies, getting free holidays, first-class flights, 5-star accommodation, taxpayers' money, and they write it off as a business expense. It's bullshit. I just get sick and tired of it, actually, when there's a lot of things to be doing in Australia, but the left keep denying it all the time. I mean, that's not fair. Okay. We're the Australian people, and the taxpayers are paying for it. Meanwhile, politicians here in Australia, they should be basically dealing with the problems that we have. Anthony Albanese's one. No, but he's got all the time in the world to go overseas and hold talks about climate change. All right. But where is he for the Australian people? Okay. Now, I've noticed since Labor got into power, everything just went up in price. Healthcare costs, food costs, inflation, electricity, gas, petrol as well was $2 a litre. Coles and Woolies price scalping, price gouging. Okay. Especially coffee as well has gone up in price. Like, never did I think that. Yeah, can you imagine if you guys, if it's going to get to the point, how would you feel if you had to pay nearly $10 for a small cup of coffee? Now, where I am, basically, if I get a cappuccino with almond milk, that was at times paying, it was nearly $6.80 in some places. Okay. Now, I can understand because natural disasters get in the way, that and disrupts shipping, and they have to take a different route to deliver coffee beans. Because I don't know if there's any suppliers who grow coffee beans in Australia. I don't. But I like to drink my coffee, have my 2 cups of coffee a day. Basically, look, it's sad to say that when business owners out there have no choice but to virtually, and they don't want to put their prices up. They hate to do it. They're only making, 2% profit out of coffees that they've sold, or beer if you're into the pubs. I've never been a pub person, actually, or clubs. I mean, I'm someone who likes to buy my beer or Jack Daniels from a bottle shop and drink it at home. That's just me. Smoking, of course, gone up in price. Food gone up in price. Everything gone up in price. People are pissed off about it. But yet they want to be given discounts on televisions. So I don't get that. Now, people love their cup of coffee. Coffee is what keeps the economy going. Okay, especially from a small cafe. Now, I get it all the time in the tourist areas. Getting some European countries that are sort of stylized in their coffee shops just like Australia is. Okay. Now, picture this. Like, you look at things like Starbucks coffee. You got McCafe at McDonald's. I can remember, like, why is it that for me personally, I would rather buy my cup of coffee from a small cafe rather than McDonald's? Like, should there be more Starbucks coffee in Australia? Okay. And what if they like you go towards the city? In the city, there's Starbucks coffee. All right. Now, I feel that this needs to be taken seriously, guys, listening here on Rumble. Because coffee is precious. If you start overpricing coffee to the point where I can understand frustrated customers don't want to be spending more than $5 for a small cup of coffee. Like, I can remember 10 years ago, guys, I could buy a large cup of coffee, a mocha. I've never been really into mocha and all that stuff. I think it was about $5.50 at the time. Now, God, a chart like you got to understand. It depends if you get the almond milk, okay, or if you want it, I don't know, extra hot, or you want, yeah, it just gets crazy. Yeah, so that's the point I'm trying to make is our coffee is precious. To start your morning with coffee. Get up in the morning and have coffee. But other than that, let's talk a bit about cricket. India beat Australia in the first test, and this was a very good Indian side that I saw. Watching the highlights on Fox Cricket or wherever you watch your highlights. Now, there were some certain doubts for the Australian team. The first innings, Australia scored 104. They were bowled out for 104. India scored 150, all bowled out for 150. And then second innings, Australia scored 238. And then India, second innings, 6 for 487. They declared India won by 295 runs. Now, Fox Cricket sort of did an analysis on the pitch at Optus Stadium. I think there was an inconsistency now, obviously when you get players like Mark Waugh, Adam Gilchrist, David Warner, Wasim Akram, and the commentators of Fox Cricket, they've all played cricket. They know, they understand how the pitch works and how the surface is going to play out, all right? Pete. Generally, I don't know, apparently in Western Australia, as you know from the WACA, it was always a bouncy pitch, so you'd get a lot of bounce in the pitch. So we saw from the Australian team that I don't know if at this point in time where if there's anyone in the state cricket who's willing to take over. Obviously, it's the coach's decision who and what he does with the team. He's the one who selects the team. That's his choice. But Wasim Akram actually got abused from some fan. Apparently it was close to an hour, and there was a confrontation outside of Optus Stadium. This was after the play, of course. And Wasim Akram signed an autograph. Quote, Akram had already signed an autograph for the man inside the venue, but the fan would not relent and continued to harass the cricket star, who is beloved by cricket audiences in Australia. Quote, Daily Telegraph. Yeah, man, this is just unacceptable, guys. Like, you just get really stupid people who just don't care. All right, it's just unacceptable. Okay. I mean, people. How do I put it? It's I don't know. I don't understand. Okay. I don't understand why people want to do stuff like that. But other than that, a legend of our game, Philip Hughes, when he died, we have an anniversary, 10-year anniversary. Very good cricketer. It was quite a sad day when he passed away, and we all will remember Philip Hughes, who had, quite a lot of potential to be, Australia, another great batsman for the Australian cricket team. Yeah, Phil Hughes was able to score runs even when the pitch wasn't going the batsman's way. He always found a way to get runs. I remember, I think it was his debut against South Africa. He was first innings. Was he bowled out for a full ball duck or something? If I can remember. When Australia toured South Africa, but the second innings managed to get 100. So he did well as an opening batsman. Yeah, he got dropped, but such a tragic accident like that. This is how the game of cricket changed with the helmets. As you know, that the players wear that extra, sort of protection. It's like sort of near under the ears. Around it's cricket helmets have changed a lot since that accident happened. The ICC definitely have standards now, and before players used to be able to adjust the grill of the helmet so they could get more vision, but now they have to be all made at the same way. So the ball, basically the players now got more protection on the head than they did. So it was very sad and when Philip Hughes passed away, and it was one of the greats of the game of cricket. So it was a tribute going on for him, and yeah, the game of cricket will remember Philip Hughes for quite a long time. But speaking of sports, guys, there was a rugby league legend, Luke Lewis. Yeah, especially Luke Lewis was talking about what do NRL players do when they retire. Now, NFL's got the biggest problem when players retire because two years after, and NBA as well, 2 years after retirement, players file bankruptcy because they just go crazy with their money. And I think a lot of athletes, they just don't get any financial education because once you retire, that's it. You've got nothing to fall back on. There's a good on Luke Lewis for starting different businesses as well. Yeah, I do feel that professional athletes need to get more financial education, even during when they're playing, and be prepared for your retirement because it's you're not going to do this forever, and that's just how it is. There's just no financial help out there. What's for any professional athlete? A lot of the times the fake friends come around because when you got money, everyone wants to be your friend, and then it's gone, and then no one wants to know you. This is what's going on. There's a woman in Sydney, Mariam Mekel. She's facing 15 fraud charges in Wagga Wagga local court. Now, she's defrauded thousands of dollars from people. Some people were left $20,000 out of pocket. Now, look, put it this way: why do people want to go and commit fraud? All right. This is just, I'm getting fed up with this stuff, guys, honestly. Yeah. I'm just getting sick and tired of it, honestly. It's just, I'm fed up with scammers out there. I'm just over it. All right. I'm getting fed up with this stuff. It's just just un-Australian. All right. Very un-Australian. Okay. I'm over it. Okay. It's like dodgy NDIS providers out there defrauding the government. All right. Yeah, this is just, I mean, what can I say, guys? Honestly. All right. I'm sick and tired of it. Okay. It's like potholes on the road, for instance. Our roads here in Australia are shit. All right. There's big potholes forming around Bankstown as well. Apparently the Greens are trying to fix it up, so hopefully they can fix the potholes on the road. I'm just getting sick and tired of wind farms, solar panels, carbon emissions, net zero by 2040. I'm fed up with this stuff, guys. Oh, it just never ends. Everyone says, oh, we've got to clean the environment up. What do you do? What do you do? Honestly. Yeah, the media's making such a big drama about a heat wave in Sydney and apparently Penrith Beach. Did the state government close down Penrith Beach? Like, are you kidding me? You want to close down Penrith Beach and people just want to go out and have a swim. God, I hate that. Anyway, sad things have happened. There's a woman named Simone White. This happened in Laos. She was a lawyer who died because of some people have decided to poison alcohol over there that had methanol in it. Lawyer Simone White, 28, from Kent, was one of at least 14 tourists who fell ill in Vang Vieng, a tourist town about 130 kilometers from Laos capital of Vientiane, quote, Daily Telegraph, quote. This apparently happened in a hostel. Apparently it had... these were free drinks or free shots that were available. It happened to quite a few people, actually. Okay. Now, if methanol poisoning happened, I would hope that there is an investigation done. All right. Methanol, it's extremely poisonous. Okay, it contains formaldehyde. That's probably the wrong way I'm pronouncing it, but you guys would get it. It's about 60 mil to 240 mil. Can be very deadly for an adult and can kill you. This stuff kills. Okay, it ruins the nervous system. Okay, damages the eyes. All right, heart damages the heart and blood, lungs, airways, stomach, intestines, other joints, other parts of the body. Fatigue, leg cramps, weakness, jaundice of the skin. Yeah, bluish colored lips and fingernails. This stuff is deadly. There was some Melbourne teenagers, Holly Bowers and Bianca Jones. They're fighting for their lives since this happened. Now, I don't understand why people would want to use methanol as a cheaper alternative to alcoholic drinks. That to me is, 14 people became ill and they were drinking these spirits that became spiked with methanol. Now, this happened at Nana Backpackers Hostel, okay, in Vang Vieng. Now, how does this happen? All right. To me, it's yeah. I feel sorry for those victims, honestly, that that this had to happen to them, and that's just justice needs to be served. Okay. Um. So that's that to me. That raises a lot of suspicion as to how could this possibly happen, guys? Honestly. I mean, what can I say? Problems with Bupa health insurance in Australia. 40 hospitals are no longer going to accept Bupa health insurance. Why? What's happened to the health insurance industry? Okay. Can Australians trust health insurance? Affected hospitals, I can name them now, partly in New South Wales. Campbelltown Private Hospital, Hunter Valley Private Hospital, Lady Davidson Private Hospital, Nepean Private Hospital, Newcastle Private Hospital, Northern Beaches Hospital, Northwest Private Hospital, Prince of Wales Private Hospital, Sydney Southwest Private Hospital, the Hills Private Hospital, the Sydney Clinic, Tweed Day Surgery, Windsor Road Private Clinic, and obviously there's other states. Now, this is what I don't understand about the health insurance companies, all right? The doctors, health providers in Australia, especially doctors, were not very happy with the Medicare rebate because there was underfunding them, and that's because that's the government's fault. That's not their fault. But so how come health insurance companies can get away with ripping off the doctors? They don't tell you that. So this is what I don't understand: is can Australians be trusting to have a health insurance, Bupa, whatever it is? HCF, I don't know. Yeah, just read up about it, guys. It's obviously like any health insurance, you just got to shop around and find what's the right one for you. And yeah, it's just got to do your research and read all the pamphlet, read the fine print, because the people there just want to sell and get their commission out of it. Everyone's circumstances is different. I'm talking about Bupa. This is just research, of course. Now, there's obviously fraud going on in hospitals as well, okay? There was a Yagoona father, Shafiq Khan. He was accused of defrauding St. John of God hospitals. So people are committing fraud against them. Hospitals, healthcare providers are a big target for hackers because of personal information. Personal information is something that they want. So it's Yeah, I mean, that's all I could say, basically. Now, obviously, we had mosquito problem. The media was whinging about a mosquito plague coming out. It was contained at Sydney Water, Liverpool Water Resource Recovery Facility in Warwick Farm. Okay. Now, mosquitoes have been around. Okay. For thousands of years. All right, you go to the Northern Territory, there's a shitload of mosquitoes. They'll eat you alive out there. Now, I'm someone, I have to put insect repellent on, and apparently there was a worry that people were going to panic buy mosquito repellent and fly spray, and thankfully that didn't happen. Because people were panic buying toilet paper, if you remember that, back in the pandemic. And then people, literally, there were companies that decided to price gouge toilet paper, which is illegal. Yeah. I just get fed up with it, guys. So this is what's happened. Okay. And you got councils who do their briefing sessions closed to the public. All right. I'm just getting sick and tired of things just being a shit fight with councils all the time about you can't build this here and you've got to get approval for this. Like, to get to even set up a small business in Australia, there's so much things to do with the council. There are always problems with them. All right. And I'm sure a lot of business owners are frustrated with it. A lot of potholes on the road. We're talking councils, by the way. Every council's different. Now, again, we Australians, you pay your rates to live in your house. I don't know however much it is. So basically, how come work is not getting done? All right. So it's time for us to, ask these serious questions. I get fed up with it too, and I think a lot of people are fed up with it. Now, I do talk a lot about dating apps here, okay? Now, I have not had any success with dating apps. Because obviously on dating apps, I don't know if you're using hookup websites or whatever, there's a lot of what they call catfishes going on here and impersonating people. And this does happen. People are scammed from dating sites. This is where I just get fed up with the technology. Okay. Because, I'm really just over it. All right. It's like all this. Apparently, the chef Was it Jamie Oliver? All right. Is suffering some wokeness. Okay. Wokeness is killing free speech, killing imagination and killing truth, quote Daily Telegraph, quote. Yeah, it definitely is, guys. It's, I feel that creators, book authors want to publish a book, but yet someone wants to publish a book about gender equality. They'll let that in the school library, but when there's actual, like when someone needs to write something informative and education, that's the, but no, they want to cancel it and not publish your book. Yeah, that's quite sad, and that's actually having a huge impact on the industry. Very big impact on the industry. Okay. Yeah, I'm just yeah, I'm just what can I say? All right. What can I say? It's yeah. They want to get the country to go all net zero by, I don't know, 2050 or 2040. I don't even know what the fuck year they want. I don't even know what year they want to go by net zero carbon emissions, 2049, 2050. I don't even know if I'm going to be around in 2050. But they want to promise us clean air and electric vehicles and come on. We're gonna start waking up to ourselves. Are we sick and tired of hearing this bullshit? Honestly, because I am. I mean, we're lucky in Australia. We have pretty good air quality. You remember back in the 2019-2020 bushfire season, where the air quality was terrible. Okay. But we're lucky to have good air quality. But yet, they want to promise us wind farms and solar panels and 2049, 2050, blah, 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 net zero, carbon emissions, sustainability, climate change. Well, this goes on and on. All right. I'm just getting over it. Okay. There's problems going on with the Campbelltown West Tigers. They had a fight with the directors, disputes going on in the club, board meetings and all that. Look, it's quite sad when you have they've had some. I think Jerome Luai's going to the West Tigers as well. I mean, this can happen to any football club, actually, when things are unorganised out there. poor management coming from up the top, and then basically, yeah, it affects the team quite a lot actually when things are not going from up top. Benji Marshall's got big responsibility now, being the coach. Yeah, like I said, West Tigers should be having their home ground at Campbelltown Stadium. Why do they have to go other places? Why can't they be playing in Campbelltown? Obviously, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, what their home ground is, what, the Belmore Oval, which is a pain in the backside to get to. That's why they play at Accor, which is better, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is where all the politics councils get involved with football stadiums, and it just gets a nightmare. Like, it really just gets a nightmare. Again, out of my control. I cannot do anything about it. It's out of our control. But Chris Mann's playing the blame game with the coalition over the housing problem. I'm just getting sick and tired of it. Blame game. All right. You guys can research that stuff. All right. Other than that, let's talk about Donald Trump. You know, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been appointed as the health secretary. Now, you remember when Dr. Fauci was working with Donald Trump? Okay. I mean, from what I seen from Dr. Fauci, is I don't trust Dr. Fauci. Yes, COVID-19 is a real virus. It's deadly. It kills. Okay. You've seen what it's done to the economy. The lockdown has cost the economy billions of dollars. People lost their jobs. Okay. Now, obviously, since Donald Trump has won, it does start to give us a wake-up call for Australia. All right. Donald Trump warning Vladimir Putin as well not to escalate the war in Ukraine. All right. Now, obviously, when the war in Ukraine started, that's when the gas prices went up in price. It was when the Russians invaded Ukraine under Vladimir Putin. Now, we've seen how basically inflation has affected our lives today. The cost of living crisis has affected our lives. All right. Again, out of my control. There's just stuff out there, guys, that you just can't control. All right. Out of our control. Now, I'd hope that Kevin Rudd can certainly make peace with Donald Trump. It's like, look, put it this way, with this heat wave, okay, in schools in New South Wales, not every school in New South Wales has air conditioning. All right, this is a state government problem. This is with Chris Minns. Now he's saying that he's going to try and put air conditioning into every single classroom out there. All right. Now, this is the problem with Australia. How come there wasn't enough air conditioning in the first place? All right. That's the point I'm trying to make. Oh, so people want to start making themselves look good before the next election, so they go and put air conditioning in. It's been too slow. Like I said, in New South Wales, we're lucky it's not the Northern Territory where we are. That's fucking hot like hell. I've grown to learn about that. We're lucky where we are in New South Wales. That it doesn't get like so humid it feels like literally 50 degrees outside, but yet the media is stirring up trouble about it, the heat wave. Okay, that's what's going on. All right. I mean, this is the point I'm trying to make. Is the left want to say, oh, it's climate change. It's climate change. The Earth is warming up. Global warming is creating all this heat wave. All right. Now we're seeing how since since Donald Trump won the election, it did put a price on the woke culture. All right. Now, I certainly hope Elon Musk can basically, send astronauts to Mars in the future. Go get it. We've heard Donald Trump's probably said some stupid stuff out there in the past. But should Anthony Albanese be scared since Donald Trump won the election? All right. Now, we're in November 2024. All right. It's been a crazy year for everyone this year. It has. It's always great to just think for the future. And that's all I can say. And I just want to say thanks to all my listeners as well tonight on the Stephen Shields radio show. Speaking of podcasting, Joe Rogan, I think he's got like a huge mansion where he is. Now, he had problems in Los Angeles when all the lockdowns happened and then all the mask mandates, so he decided to move to Austin, Texas, which is fine. I mean, why not? Yeah, I don't know. If you've noticed Joe Rogan now, he used to be a very old school left, but now he's gone toward the conservative side, spirituality side. Quite interesting, actually. Maybe COVID did. Yeah. Changes spiritually as well. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I want to say thanks for listening tonight. Please subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Turn on your notifications, all right? I publish new episodes every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Share any of your favourite shows or any favourite interviews I've done as well. Yeah, that certainly is the best thing to do. Take care, everyone. I'm out of here, and good night.